Welcome to the broadcast. This is a source of information on all things related to commercial appliances. Welcome all of you that are new to commercial and those of you well-versed in this industry of ours. Your host is Mike Reed, a technician who has been in the industry for 32 years, with his beginnings working in his family's appliance business based out of the western suburbs of Chicago. Get ready for a truly interactive broadcast. Have all your questions ready and prepare yourself to truly engage with Mike and discuss ideas on all things related to commercial appliances. Without further delay, here is your host. Welcome to the...
Yo, welcome in on this Sunday. Like to thank you all for joining me. I see LED handyman fell in love with my AI. My apps, what's the word? Coming through on a Sunday for y'all. I just want to freestyle Sunday. But I just wanted to, Mel, everybody's here. Yo, what's up? I just coming through with a little something. Wanted to make sure you guys were aware. I wanted to touch on a few things because I have been talking about laundry and there has been a little bit of interest. So I'm gonna jump into that. Here is, before I get into that, because I got some videos. I'm gonna talk about one of the devices that is put onto some laundry when you don't, especially with these soft mounts, when you don't have a drain. So we're gonna get into that. But someone heard that I was having some difficulties watching from the shadows, and out of nowhere, I mysteriously got the pricing guide for the Veetsen. And this is all going to tie in with leasing and the rentals. So this is going to go tie in with the leasing and the rentals, and I'm going to tell you how they all merge in just a minute. But what you see what you see here, this is the price list on the Veetsen. These are all high temp. So here are the prices on the LA. I guess those are I1Gs. So it's about 2,400. That's your price. Okay, nice. That's about your price. And they're rough, well, not roughly, but they are selling online for about 5,200. So it's an opportunity for you to make a nice piece of change, gain market share, gain customers. The name of the game is not for you guys to chase after, but it's for you to create. All right, you don't need to upset the balance in your market. You need to create your own clientele. You need to grow your own market, get your name out there. Existing brands already have existing service companies. If you introduce a line like the Veetsen, you're going to end up with people that are going to be loyal to you. And you're going to see me doing this kind of stuff throughout the day because I got the tablet, the phone, I got all kind of stuff, and they keep going off. So I'm constantly having to log in. Sorry about that. So it's not me losing my mind, it is me constantly logging in. So this is the reason for me telling you guys this stuff, introducing you to these kind of things, and I'm going to keep hitting you upside the head with the information that you need to sign up with your local distributor. As you see on here at the very bottom, this is completely free for you to do, is you need to sign up with your local distributors. They don't always carry the same thing in every market. Like I'm finding out, like my market is all the way to the end. You see the one that says GTI. So in my market, my distributor is the one where I buy my IceOMatic. My market is the one where I get Veetsen, I can get True. That's where I can pick up this stuff. And when I've been calling, I found that you guys on the East Coast, GT, what is it? It's Norms. No, 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 no. Hold on. You got two in California, Phoenix, Arizona, Empire. So Empire is the one. They're actually have the rights to Scotsman. So they have the Scotsman, the Veetsen, and all that kind of stuff. That is where you go for that, and they're the ones that are also going to be hosting these classes. So just a little fun fact, getting all this stuff out because I have so much stuff to get to you guys, and I can never really do it on the Monday and Thursday show. What we got going on here, this is for all my commercial laundry people. Uh-oh, I took the sound off. So what this is this is Unity Laundry.
What happens if you don't have a floor level drain in your facility?
It's kind of a popular thing now, being that we make a commercial machine and we're trying to put it into an atmosphere that a lot of times people would have a residential machine which had a pump on it. People are tired of changing out their machine every year or two.
Yeah.
And basically they want to go with something that's going to give them some longevity. We have an additional option that you can purchase, which is a external pump. Basically mounts behind the washer. The pump needs to be level with the machine or below level. That feeds in as an automatic flow switch. There's also some blades to chop up anything that may end up in here. And basically it pumps it into your stand.
I'm going to stop it here because this is something I've never seen before. This is an accessory for the commercial laundry units. And why am I showing you this? I'm showing you this because you guys are here due to the fact that you have a mixed background. You have a you guys have a background in commercial. I'm sorry, in residential. So quite a few of you want to transfer some of that residential laundry knowledge to the commercial world. Well, in the commercial world, 99% of the equipment out there do not have drain pumps on the washer. We do not have drain pumps on the washers, on the laundry. It drains into a trough. So this is something that Unity has come up with for their machines for the soft mounts. And this is something I lightly touched on earlier in the week. So I'm gonna go back to it and let this guy finish up, and then we'll go ahead and jump on into what this means for you.
Stands like that. Out their machine every year or two, and basically they want to go with something that's going to give them some longevity. We have an additional option that you can purchase, which is a external pump. Basically mounts behind the washer. The pump needs to be level with the machine or below level. That feeds in as an automatic flow switch. There's also some blades to chop up anything that may end up in here. And basically it pumps it into your stands like that.
Now, why am I... let me go with this one. Now, why am I showing you this kind of thing? I'm showing you this due to the fact... Oh, thank you, Mel. I'm showing you due to the fact that you are going to come across these very, very small assisted living. We're in a... the boomers are retiring, and we're now in this boom of the small boutique assisted living. Many of these facilities, they take a home, and then they convert this home, a ranch level home, that type of thing, and then they are trying to run a let me pull one up. Living from ranch. $14-acre assisted living. Here we go. So people are turning these homes, they're turning a home into an assisted living. They are turning a home into, make sure you can see this. So they're charging almost $5,000 a month for elderly to attain care. What these people are finding out is that a front load washer machine is not cutting it. A front load washer and dryer from Home Depot, Lowe's, Costco, it's just not cutting it. So they're having to wash bed sheets, they're having to wash the comforters, blankets, and it is tearing up these washers and dryers. I don't know if you guys are finding this stuff out. Due to that, you're finding tons of these people trying to buy. I'm just gonna skip the Unity Laundry because this is a whole nother thing. So the solution to this is for these people to just go ahead and get a commercial unit. Now, these commercial units don't come with drains, and until now, this was something that was a little harder for them to get into because they had no way of getting rid of that water, the wastewater. Now with that pump, you're able to introduce these kind of machines. They are soft mounts, and ordinarily you don't get a price on this, but I'm able to, you have prices. I'm trying to find out what your price is going to be on this kind of stuff. And once again, you're going to, well, here we'll go with the one for business. So who are using these units? It is, like I said before, it's going to be small assisted livings, large assisted livings. It's going to be pet daycares, that kind of thing. These are able to, yo, Frank, what's up? These are able to take the beatings that washing, constant doggy towels and doggy blankets and all that kind of stuff. You're able to do that with these pieces of equipment. This type of equipment, you're able to do this. And not only that, what I'm branching into to explain to you guys is let me get a show of in the chat how many people are from the Midwest or the East Coast. Put in the chat how many people are from the Midwest or the East Coast. Now, yes, this is a soft mount. Let me get into that with you. I got a video queued up just for that. Oh, damn, where'd it go? Give me 1 second. I had that damn thing queued up. So the latest and greatest is in
increasing. Cold and snowstorms are becoming a problem.
Sorry about the commercial. I'm going to go to the one that's just with the soft mount. Make sure you guys can see this. All right, Maryland. So, okay. So in Maryland, you do have multi. You do have multi. No, no, no. That's not what I'm asking. I said only the people that are on the East Coast. So in Washington State, you guys don't have basements, do you? No, 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 no. So in Maryland, you have a lot of multi-family units. You got 2 flats and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, please subscribe. What is my app saying? Right. So people, they eat up a ton of these washers. So here's an option for you. All right, that's Tuskegee University. They're putting these washers in. I'm going to show you the soft mount. Every manufacturer has a soft mount, but this brand is offering a pretty good warranty. The call is going to come back to you. They're shipping out. Here we go. There it is.
Could you tell us what a soft mount washer is?
Yes. So many of the machines back 10 years ago even were what they call rigid machines. So what it was is there was no, it was all one unit. The basket and everything was all connected. So that required a very heavy duty mechanical fastening to the ground. And actually even the ground that it was on, you generally have to be an 8 to 12 inch concrete slab that it was bolted to. You couldn't get too close to the edge of the slab or it would crack. But now with the soft mount machines, you have the inertia absorbers and you got your springs, which actually take all the energy that
The shocks is what he's saying.
Is making when it goes into extract. So when you go into extract, you may get a little movement, but instead of that being transferred to the ground, it's actually all being kept inside of the basket itself.
It rotates within the frame is what he's trying to say.
So it makes installation much easier. You don't have to change, you don't have to cut out your floor and put this giant slab in. And if you decide to remodel down the road, now you have this slab, you got to kind of match up again. It definitely makes life a lot easier in the long run and even in the initial install.
All right, hold on. Let me get into it. Let me go into another one.
When you are worried about giving gifts,
where they actually show you how to install, because I've explained this before, how they come with a where they're set up so the machine. Okay. Where the machine is set up with the bracket.
How easy is it to install these machines?
And this is right. This is how easy it is.
UTS 40 or the 29 is both of these models will fit through a 36-inch door.
And that's what you want to remember.
So that in itself makes it very easy. Also, these machines, the fact that they're soft mount machines and can basically be mounted on a floor that's level, dynamically stable, capable of holding the load, it's very simple. Traditional hard mount rigid machines, you would have to put in an 12-inch slab of cement and then mount it. Where this here, basically you can either put it on a base that we have available or right on the floor. Very simple, couple bolts to hold it in place. You definitely want the machine to be on something stable, but it's a very easy install compared to the old rigid mount machines.
They are playing games. Hold on one second. So they go into exactly how to do it. It's only a couple of screws to take off the bracket. Once you take off the bracket, you just install the shocks that go in its place. And that is it. What in the world? They are tripping. Anyway, so this is the newest thing, is installing a soft mount. Let me show you. So Continental has them, Electrolux has them, 450 G's. 450 G's on a soft mount. So the whole drum rotates within this frame. And yes, that is 450 G's. So now you no longer have to drill all those bolts and things into the floor. The only problem that you got, is when you're dealing with these multi-unit buildings, you got to make sure the door is big enough. The door, like he said, with the smallest one, you're looking at around 36 inches. And they brought those things here on purpose. They brought them here with that in mind, to get into these different spaces that are about 36 inches or so. So now with the smaller ones that are a soft mount, let me see what we got here. Width. So now 23 inches. So that could fit through a standard door. That can fit through your 30-inch door. That 28, 44 inches. So the reason why I was asking you guys earlier about how many people are on the East Coast, how many people in the Midwest, is because of this. They have duplexes. You can get into the swapping out the residential washers that are, just like he said, they're constantly burning these damn things out. They burn them out like every 2 years. They're destroying them. You see where they're destroying these damn things. And I'll pull up. Let me know if you're getting ready to go, and then I'll find it. But they actually have. I was watching the video yesterday. They actually have the video on putting them down. I've installed some soft mounts myself. It is a very, very quick thing to do, as quick as possible. You don't have to drill. You don't have to do any of that kind of stuff. You do have to level the unit. Leveling is important because it is essentially, the washer is suspended in between that box frame, and it's transferring the load to the ground, but the washer is suspended. So it's no longer a situation where it is dependent upon the frame. And you don't have to worry about kids, little children. The tolerance between the washer and the frame is so small that you can't get your fingers in there. You can't get stuck in there. I've played around with them. I tried it. I couldn't do it. But like you said, yes, when you're doing residential, they eat up those washers, and there is no warranty. You guys do realize that if you show the company, the manufacturer, or the warranty provider that this is actually in an assisted living, they will void that warranty, and those people have to pay you the COD. Because they'll go ahead and buy that stuff from Costco, a regular washer and dryer, and then they think they're going to have 4 or 5 elderly that they're taking care of in an assisted living, and think they're going to wash sheets, towels, and their clothes, all the elderly clothes, and think that little Samsung washer is going to make it. And the fact of the matter is, it's not going to make it. With this, so now with the soft mount, I want to say it's been out, they've been out about a good 10 years. And they're just now starting to gain traction. The reason for that is the cost is finally starting to come down. Now, see, this is a 40, these suckers are 40 inches. You're not going to be able to get those into your standard duplex. Excuse me. And for those of you that are watching that have never been in a living arrangement in the Midwest or the Northeast, we will often have these living quarters where you have one person living on one level and then another person living on the second floor. They both have independent everything. They're separate housing. They both have their own range. They'll have their own bedrooms, their own bathrooms. But what they will have is they'll have to share the same laundry, typically in the basement. And I've seen on the East Coast and even in Florida where they'll have like a separate housing, almost like a garage, but in that other outside room is where they have the washers and dryers. Because when you start to get to 3 flats and you get to your 6 flats, where you have 3, it'll be 3 on one side, 3 on the other. Walk into the middle, and your staircase is in the middle, and off from the side is where you branch off into separate condos or apartments. And then they will have to share the laundry. And that is where your opportunity comes in. So now where the money for you comes in is you can actually rent and actually lease these. You can actually have your own laundromat without having to own a laundromat. So yeah, third-party companies void the warranty on all the time on commercial use. Right, and those people would just buy a new one. So you not sell them, but you can actually provide them with something more robust. Do not go with the key cards. You could actually have these with coin, and now you are actually running a laundromat. So you'll have to pay for. You set up an arrangement with the property owner as to how much, because you're using their electricity, you're using their water, you're using their sewage, and so they'll come up with a certain amount and say, yeah, give me X amount of dollars for you to have set up and for you to use the utilities. And they already know what the utilities are costing them because they've already had laundry there previously. And you set up your machines, the other companies will take theirs out. You'll set up your machines, especially these that are soft mount. And you can put in top load coin ops, or you can put in front load. You put in front load coin ops, and now you are running your own laundromat. Let me show you. So here's the one with this is the coin op. Let me see if this thing will come up. So I'm talking with them now to get our pricing, but this is what it retails for. It's about $5,000. And here you go. Here's the lockbox for the key. There's the slot. It's all digital. You can program it. And they have a number of different ways to finance. Plus, they're providing you with the parts. Ooh, is this the install on the soft mount? Let me see. So this is the bracket I was explaining to you. Let me see if I can. This is the bracket. Let me take myself out of here. This bracket comes out. This orange bracket there, you unbolt it and then you reinstall. So there's going to be 3 shocks there. Then once you install that, you're going to have to do the same on the front. You're going to have to remove another lock in place on the front. Once you do that, then this thing is ready to go. It is ready to go. It has a fair warranty on it. They explain on how to work on all the electronics. I'm going to talk with one of the guys tomorrow. They have at least 3 or 4 financing companies. So essentially you can lease it. And this is the same thing. You could lease it to a veterinarian hospital. You could, like I said, you can also provide a laundromat service for these multi-unit buildings. The more units, the better it is for you. Many times people they'll want to try you out just due to the fact that they've had so much drama. They've had so much drama with the existing companies that are out there that someone new, they're jumping at that kind of thing. Like I said, and let me tell you a little bit more about Unity, and I'll have some more information on them to give you. But if you've ever had interest in having your own laundromat, so now you don't have to worry about signing a lease. You don't have to worry about that. I mean, you're gonna actually do like a lease, and that is the amount that you're gonna do for their basement is or for their laundry room. In that lease, you're gonna provide that with the different finance companies. The people that are running the apartment complex, that are running the condo, they can provide you with the numbers of what is coming in. They do not want to get saddled with the repairs. They know that once they get repairs, any type of repairs, it just eats up all their money, but it will not eat up your money. This is something that is well known in the industry. You're not coming up with anything new, anything provocative. This is, people have laundry, they have to wash them. To bring it on back with your people that have these assisted living facilities, they don't want to get tied down with that either. They know what it's like. It's easier for them to push this kind of stuff off and just pay you monthly for on presence laundry, OPL, and that's going to be a different thing. That is you providing one of these where there's no coin. So you're gonna come up with a number to cover your cost of doing business. So your number with them, this lease with them, is going to be higher than it is with the coin op with a multifamily building. And the reason for that is the multifamily tenants, are the ones offsetting the cost. The tenants are the one paying you. So this time of year, the tenants are having family visit, that kind of thing. Because this doesn't have to be low income. On the East Coast, the Midwest, you have very, very nice buildings that do not accommodate washers and dryers in the actual condos, in the actual apartments. The water will block up the drainage, all those kind of things. The dryers will block up, start fires. So they will actually design these facilities, design these condos and buildings where there is an actual laundry room that people will use. And those people have no problem, knowing that they have to pay for laundry. And they've, as long as they've lived in the building, they've had to do it. So this is another option instead of people constantly throwing in a Samsung, a Speed Queen Residential, a Whirlpool. Okay. Yeah, the drain booster is from Unity. Let me go back. Let me see if I can find it. shop, and they're going to talk to me about this tomorrow. Washer accessories. So there's the coin box, there's the base. This is my favorite. I love these base. I love the base. And here's a drain kit. So the drain kit is $700. Drain pump kit. And now, why is it a drain pump kit? Now, this looks much different than what that guy was showing you. These commercial washers do not have pumps. They have a drain valve. They do not have pumps. So this is something that, like they said, it is designed to work with their washers specifically. Let me make sure you guys can see it. I don't know if this is going to work with another brand. Most of these units are designed the same way. So this now opens you up to providing, let me make sure I can take care of this. This is now providing an option for you to bring these larger units into assisted living facilities. Now, the fun thing about assisted living facilities, residential locations. Oh, cool. No problem. I'm glad you came by. I'll be on Monday, Mel. You know how I do. I'll be out on Monday, but when I'm veering off, I'm doing that on different days. Wednesday, Sunday, Saturday. I wanted to go last night though. So thanks for swinging by. But assisted living, when they have a residential that they converted to assisted living, they very often will have double door. They very often will have access ramps, things like that. They will have ADA approved doorways, which are bigger. Let me let's see if I can pull up. All right. So what I did now is I typed into that is the American with Disabilities Act. They have to abide by this with the assisted living. It means they have to have grab bars. It means they have to have areas big enough for wheelchair use. That usually equates to you being able to put in one of these soft mount units. And I often will see they will have a whole room and they are, they'll take an entire room, typically off the kitchen somewhere, and they will turn that whole room into laundry, where they'll have 2 or 3 washers, 2 or 3 dryers. So once again, they have to assist people with walkers, crutches, wheelchairs, and that means that they don't have the same little small doorways. They will have ways for you to be able to get these things in. I don't care if you are on the East Coast. This is a federal thing. This isn't something that's local. Single family home. All right, so once again, so when they turn a single family home into an assisted living, they need enough space. So they're gonna want a 300 square foot home. The bathroom has to be big, and the doors and floors have to be smooth. Doors have to be wide. Now, I bring this up to you guys because I have dealt with quite a few assisted living facilities, some small and some large. You'll have various people that have been trained in the medical field that are not able to practice to the degree that they once did in their country. And what they're able to do is they're able to pass certification. They're able to pass certification here to at least provide on-site nursing, and that is the one thing that they need. Once they have that, then they open up these facilities. They'll take a home and then they'll convert a single-family home. So that's what I'm showing you here. It's already here. They got to have at least 3,000 square feet, and sometimes they'll be smaller than that. But the reason why they're 3,000 square feet is because they want the bathrooms to be large enough, and then they want enough people to make it financially viable, because they have to have people that cook on site that are going to cook for the residents, and then they have to have a nurse on site. So sometimes they'll have they have a full staff to do cooking. They'll have the nurse, and then because they're doing so much cooking, they've found that residential appliances don't work. They're finding that having a French door fridge isn't cutting it. That's when they go with the least expensive commercial refrigerators they can find. Many times, once they start journeying down this path, then they find, okay, what else can we get that will stand up to this wear and tear that we're doing? Which is why this is what I'm showing you here. You can get into the assisted living space with a pump like this. Now you can take a soft mount. Now you don't have to drill into the floor. You can take a soft mount washer. You can set it in place. Now they're able to wash comforters. They're able to wash towels. They're able to wash all of these different things, and probably like 2 or 3 rooms at a time in one load. So now they're no longer washing all freaking day, because these places, they're washing all day, all freaking day. So now you're able to put in a commercial wash machine into these homes that have been converted to assisted living. Now you're able to evacuate the water, and then they also have dryers. And I'll have some more information. And then they can go with a mix. They don't have to go with 2 smaller front load washers. They can go with 2, one small, one large. So they're not running, filling up a whole washer with smaller items. Because I don't know what the rules are as far as washing other different residents' clothes together. I have no idea. But I'll look into that and I'll let you guys know a little bit more. But if you guys wanted any other information, let me know. Any other information, let me know. But this is something that you guys can get into. I'll give you all the information on this thing. You can get involved with this. See, like I said, they have finance as low as $97 a month. So you can get into the coin out business. That's for the dryer. You can get into the coin out business for a couple $100. Let me see if that music is still there. What happened to my music? Okay. So you can get into the coin out business, and you don't have to sign some 15-year lease and have to worry about them updating the facility, have to worry about them with the dryers and all of that drama, and have to wait on Unimac, have to wait on Speed Queen, have to wait on Laundry Lux to go through all the stuff that they put you through. This will be a very simple, convenient thing. They also have the parts. Unity has all the parts that you're going to need. My advice to you is to just every month take some of the money that you make from this transaction and then buy a few things. Buy a part here, there. There we go. Buy a part here, there. Fast shipping. Now they do have a warranty on this. Ooh, I didn't know they had steam too. They got the press and stuff like that. Okay, these guys are growing all the time because this kind of stuff wasn't here. This kind of stuff wasn't here last time. So here's the wash machine parts. The water inlet. There's your drain valve. Here's your drain valve. That's what it looks like. The little motor is encased in the plastic box, and it will actuate a ball valve in there. Open and close. Open and close. And that is how it works. It just simply works on gravity. So on this side here, the hose runs, the short run of hose goes up to the washer. And on this side here is where the water goes out of the machine. That is it. That's all. There's nothing much. There's nothing more to it. You can see here where the actuator is. Even the microcontroller, that's not that bad. 227. 227. That's pretty much the only thing that's going to be proprietary. They don't really have that many other things on here. But I would get things like door latches. Okay, here's the door interlock. Here's the door latches, $16. What do you have? Yeah, well, the motor is above the mechanism. Who has that? Is that Electrolux that make one that's to the side? Hold on, let me Google one. Let me Google it. Hold on one second. IceOMatic drain valve. Right. So the IceOMatic, not all of them, but some of the IceOMatic, the actuator is, it's on the side of it, and every now and then they will get corroded. It will end up getting a little corroded. But for the most part, as you can see here, you guys, as you can see here, it is above it. Now, what does happen is you're dealing with extremely hot water, and you do have a lot of moisture, almost steam that's coming off of these, coming out of that washer, and you do have corrosion. Most times, if you're in the Midwest, you're in the Northeast, these are going to be in a basement. It's already going to be damp, and now you're adding this warm water that's flowing through there, and it sometimes corrodes these parts. So that's what you run into, because it is, like I said, it's up on top. You can they actually sell these things in pieces. As you can tell, they are no problem. And thank you for contributing to the channel. This is a channel sponsor. Hold on, let me give you your just due. Let me give you your just due. So, and Mel also contributes, but Mel is gone. So you can these are made for you to actually rebuild them. You can actually rebuild those valves. They made it where the cost is just so, where it's not really worth your time. But this is the same motor that used to be in refrigerators. That's the same motor that you would have for your evaporator. If you guys remember the Suco SM999, it is pretty much like that. It's pretty much like that. So you can take one. Now the voltage differs. And Supco makes a number of different motors. So it's just, if you see here, so Supco makes these universals, and see, they still have it for Heatcraft. They got it for Heatcraft. So they have these motors. If you look at the rotation, all you guys that are familiar with that type of thing, I don't know if I can find it. Oh, I lost it. Damn it. I lost it. That's all right. For those of you that are familiar, you do have to check the way the motor rotation is, and that also depends on the copper windings that you see that are looped over the top of the bracket. That determines which way the motor is going to turn. Man, I can't go no more. I can't go no more with that. So if you are a guy like myself, where and here is supplyhouse.com. So this is a good one. So it is a replacement utility motor. You see that? It's $11, Supco. Now this is the SM672. You have a number of different motors, and you would match up your requirements. So what you have on that, and see, there's Trademaster. Well, let me go back. Let me show you the hat. Hold on. So there's Trademasters. There's the Supco. Let's see if I have that slide. I don't have the Supco stuff already fired up. I mean, Trademaster. Sorry about that. But you do have different motors, so you wouldn't be stuck. In a pinch, you can go with a different, you would match up what type of motor is on the pump, and then you could rebuild that one. And later on, you can go ahead and replace that sucker. But it's just so much easier just to unplug the original, unscrew the two band clamps, and then just swap the damn thing out and go from there. You can always take it back and take a look at the damn thing and see how bad the corrosion is. Sometimes you guys, especially if it's your machine, you can take out the you can take the motor apart. You can recondition that motor. You can recondition this motor in the top, and that's why it's encapsulated. It's encapsulated to keep the moisture. Let me make sure you guys can see. It's encapsulated to keep that moisture off of it. So while we're at it, do you have any questions about what you're seeing so far? And Trey, you got anything else you guys might want me to dive into? Because how long we've been on? We've been on here about an hour on a Sunday. So for those that you have come in a little later, what I was going into are all the things that you can do that are items that you can lease, items that you can rent. These are different items that you make money off of while you are not working. These are items that you put out there that make money for you, and you're not on the truck. You're still using the skills that you've learned. You're still using this training, but you can go ahead and with an assisted living, you can go ahead and provide them with a commercial dishwasher, because they often need a commercial dishwasher to satisfy the health department, because they want to make sure that sucker's getting up to temp. They want to make sure it's the right chemical concentration. They want to be able to test it. They cannot test Tide and all that other stuff that's being used on a residential dishwasher. So the health department will often force them into going with a commercial. So you can provide you with information to know how and where you can get one, and then how you can keep the vultures away. So if you're putting in these different brands, they have no choice but to go back to you. So the Veetsen is a European line. It is off of the Electrolux platform. This is one of their stepchildren. But you can provide the dishwasher in dental facilities. So I have a number of commercial dishwashers in dental facilities, where they wash the molds and all that kind of stuff that they do, and they will wash all the utensils. They'll put them in there on the tray and then wash that instead of having to have them sit and soak in the sink and then wipe them down by hand. They'll just put them in the dishwasher, and then that will satisfy not only the ADA, whatever the association is for the dentist, but it also satisfy the health department. Old folks, you don't really see as much. I've never gotten called out for a veterinarian hospital on a dishwasher, but who knows? But what I'm telling you about is everything you need to take care and provide, lock in for your assisted living, lock in for catering, anything of that nature. Anything of that nature. These are available to you. There's training on this. Well, actually, with the Veetsen, there's really not that much training on it, but it is all associated with some of the other undercounters. And you know what? Hold on one second. I got something else to show you. Yeah, dude. Mel is gone now too. Mel is gone. I want to show you. I'm going to get into a little bit of. There it is. Like I said, this is just a random Sunday information day. I know you guys like to lay back and stay quiet, but trust me, it's not helping you like you think. So this is Marco. Marco, if you guys want to get into your Starbucks, that kind of thing, I have all the training that you need to get into these type of facilities. Yeah, sure. Oh, I don't want to start the freaking assessment. Let me go back. Marco is a system for no. I want to go back. Sorry about that. We'll go with course instruction. This is a system of instant hot water for somebody like Mel who just left. This is what people use in tea shops. This is what they use in coffee shops. So this is one of the higher echelon brands. This is Marco. They have their own training. So this is hot water, this is hot tea, and coffee. So I'm just introducing you guys to a whole bunch of different things. And like I said, Starbucks has instituted the Marco equipment in all of their facilities right now. Typically in the back, they have them. Yeah, I have the sound. All right, let me take my sound. So the training that they have, it is going to cover all aspects of the equipment. Once you are finished with this training, then they will bring you into the fold and have you as a service provider in their network. But you must complete all of the training. I have not had time. And as you see, this is very intuitive. They cover everything. So it's only got a minute left. So we'll run through here. It's just explaining how the system works. And then there's the sound. I don't understand. It's not muted. It's not muted. The sound is 100%. So if you're at all interested in Marco, let me know. I can dive into this. I can dive into this a little more. While we're doing that, let me pull up some of the Marco items. The Marco beverage system. Dang, that's a long minute. All right, so this is so that's the course introduction. They go over the summary, then they go over different type of taps. So this is all just getting you acclimated to their system. Oh, okay, there was no video. They teach you all of their whole system, and then they have a little test. Oh, there's sound. Come on, I don't want to get a strike. I don't think I get a strike on instrumental music, but still. So here they're explaining all the requirements, how to hook them up. So when I go into a Starbucks and I'm doing a startup and a guy come in and he's doing the Marco, I mean, he's in and out of there before I'm done with that damn ice machine, man. Yes. Like I said before, I see them in other coffee shops, in tea houses. So this is British. So I see them everywhere. Yo, what's up, man? What's the word? Man, you've been firing up them videos, man. Every time I look on YouTube, man, you got another video. Morning, noon, and night, man. You and a couple brothers inspired me to do these videos more than just Monday and Thursday. So I'm gonna flip. I'm gonna flip this thing, and I'm gonna share with you the Marco units. So as you can see here, 2,500 for the little guy. There's Marco, $4,000. That's K-Tom. Here's one. It's $7,000. No. Let me take that. So as you can see, it's $7,000, and that's not the whole thing. So any one of the nicer coffee shops. So you see that it costs more to get a damn faucet. It costs more to get a damn faucet than it does a whole. Oh no, let me make myself bigger. Than it does a whole freaking washing machine from Unity. A whole washing machine that you can charge these people every month, or you can put a coin op on it and start getting cash money from day one of the install. By the way, this damn faucet is more than those commercial washers and dryers. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Back to the information. So yeah, just to put these suckers in. So, and this is pretty much like a system that this one is sparkling water, as they're showing you here, sparkling water system, and it is sold online. All you gotta do is just go check it out. It's every damn where. all my stuff is long. All right, I've done some more. I found some Marco pictures. If this stuff will pop up. Oh yeah, I don't know whose place this was where I was at. Damn, they look the same. Okay, I got another one coming. These are just some random. Let me go back. Let me drop that thing out. Stop the screen. And let me share a window with some. Okay, good. You can see. So this is one at a Starbucks. Damn, the other one isn't coming through. I'm sorry, the other ones aren't coming through. I'd have to look up this date, and I have some videos from this. So you can see the drain underneath it down at the very bottom. That's the drain for the machine. Oh wow, I am having all kind of technical difficulties today. What date is on there? Anybody see a date? And then what I can do is I'll just punch up that date, and all associated photos will come up with that. But for whatever reason, my phone is acting up. It's crazy. Sunday. Let me type in Marco. All right, sorry about that. Let me show you this one then. Now, I have never worked on this stuff, but I have been exposed to it. Pause. What the hell? Why does the thing say? Oh, that's the AirPods. So here's one that's working. This is a Marco. Let me see if this have any video with it. Yeah, that was a Marco at a Starbucks. All right, these are other Marcos. I was just running them through their paces. Yeah, that's the information for Marco. That's, man. Like I said, I'm just running and gunning, showing you guys different things. But I have, hold on. I know I have. Let me see what date that is. That's June 21st, 2022. Oh, I know who that is. That's the dealer right there. There's not going to be much with that. That's June 21st, 2022. Did I say? Where the hell the other Marcos things go? Oh, I said 2022. I don't know why the hell I put it in 24. Where the hell is everything at? I don't know, man. So these are some of the other machines. I was doing work for a coffee distributor. And so he actually sells the Marco units. There's a glass tender that was red tagged. I was just talking about glass tender the other day. But bringing it on in, the big picture of it is all of this stuff is connected. I had one, matter of fact, I had a picture of some stuff I do on Instagram where I get called out on the dishwasher. And then I go out for the dishwasher and I find that they've got instant hot from Marco. They have all, and they have no idea that I take care of that other stuff. So when I'm on site, then I can tell them, hey, I'm also a technician for this other stuff that you got too. I'm gonna try this one more time. Because 99% of my Marco experience is with Starbucks. All right, so that's April 8th. And it says, why the hell is it doing that? April 8th, 2024. There it is, 22nd. Oh, yeah. And I got one right next to it, too. So you're looking at a $7,000 freaking faucet. So you too could put that sucker in. So it does provide cold water. Here's another view from the top. So there's the hot water, there's the cold. Then they have options for hot water, hot coffee, iced coffee. And that's, like I said, this is a Starbucks. So I'm the one that has to go out on that. This is a Wingstop. That's a Wingstop, but this is Starbucks. No, those two are Starbucks. This is Starbucks right here. So this Starbucks, I was just messing around with it. Often to do that kind of stuff when I have when they leave me alone in these damn Starbucks locations, and I got to do a startup, and I'm the only one there. I get a chance to check out and play with the other stuff. But yeah, like I said, I see this in other coffee shops, other tea shops, and all you gotta do is just look into it, and you'll find them. It's sold online. It's sold online everywhere. Hold on, let me throw one up. Let me go back. So you can go and investigate yourself. It is under MarcoBeverageSystems.com. So like I said, they're offering 10. See, so this is concentrate. This is concentrate, cold coffee. And there they are with the 3 buttons. Like I said, it all depends on what area of the country you're in. So here's the one with the drain for the drips, for the coffee that drips. So this gives you the cold brew. So very often they'll have a bag. They'll have a bag of cold coffee. And then they hook this sucker up to it, and then what do you want? You want a cold cappuccino or whatever the hell? And they just push the button for the cold coffee. And then they have the other ones that are sparkling. So let me go back. Yeah, here's their nitro. Here's their nitro. So this is $669. But once again, and I got the blueprints. I mean, not the blueprints. I got all the tech guide on that one. That's all on my tablet right now. Let me show you my freaking tablet. So matter of fact, I'm pulling that stuff. I have to complete this training. I just haven't had the time. So here's the Marco has all the information that you need, all the requirements. They give you the hose sizes, how to set it up, power requirements. And you will also find this in hotels, in the hotel, not so much the lobby, but at the bar. You'll find this at the bar. You'll have upscale high-rise living, and then they'll have a little coffee bar section. So this is, like I said, it's all push and play. It's none of that third wave where they're boiling hot water. Well, you don't have to boil the hot water. They can just pour the tap and it's filtered hot water, and then they can do the drip with the cone and all that other stuff that they like to do. But options. Does coffee have a season? No. does tea have a season? So here they are. They have the units available in 110 and 220. Let me see if there's a price difference. No, see? So that's not bad. Readily available in 1 to 2 weeks. And so this is just hot water. So it all depends on the style of restaurant. But once again, all of these things must be installed with it. So here's the OptiPure. I don't go for the OptiPure. I am with Scalex. Once you get involved with the once you get involved with the filtration, it is constant money. So every time the filter gets blocked up, they have to call you because none of the equipment is going to work. So that starts your journey with, and see, none of my stuff is working. This is freaky. So that starts your journey with the preventative maintenance for you having to come back time and time again. It's something that you all have to, there it is. And something that you all have to keep in mind is that you're not just performing. Oh, damn, I just put away my thing. You're not just performing service. You're also doing sales. You're doing sales. You will often find that they are missing important pieces of equipment, to help them to keep things running so that they're not calling you out to come and take care of down equipment. You don't want to come out to take care of the down equipment. You want to come out to keep the equipment going. You want to come out and provide the preventive maintenance so that the unit is available when they're ready to use it. And you'll find that out. You'll discover the joys of preventative maintenance and steady and consistent income the more you dive into this business. So you're going to learn on the other side. If you're going to deal with water, filtration is paramount. I mean, if you're in an area with good quality water, so be it. But for the rest of us, that is not the case. The rest of us, we're going to need to filter out something. You're going to need to filter out iron. You're going to need to filter out calcium, magnesium. You're going to need to filter out, you might even need to filter out melamine. You might have to filter out melamine to protect the gaskets and the O-rings and things like that on your equipment. So it's not always about how bad the water looks. It's also about the additives that the municipality puts in the water. All right, but I went all science on you guys. But just to sum this up, because I think I'm gonna call it a day. Just to sum this up, my stuff is so slow today. One last thing. Well, hello.
Welcome to QuipCon. Thanks for stopping by to take a look at this reed oven that we're kind of right in the middle of reconditioning. We don't put the walls on. We don't put the ceiling on. Well, there's really no reason to do that. We go over all those parts, make sure they're in good shape, repaint them, whatever they need to be done to them, we do it. There's actually going to be pictures of those on our website, which is www.quipcon.com. And if you have a problem with some 80 to 95% of these ovens, we put up. And by we, I mean, you're going to benefit from that because, electrician come in and he will hook in 110, 115, 120 volts, whatever you want to call it, into here. And they will hook a gas line into here. See, I have my little rig hooked up here, but that's all temporary stuff. This is where it starts, right here. And they'll run a gas line from here out to the main. And this is the igniter here, the burn control and the igniter. This checks to make sure the pilot stays lit. This lights the pilot. Now, this is all normally mounted on the side of the oven. I'm sure you kind of figured that out.
Now, what I'm showing you are extremely large ovens that this all ties in with the hot water and the tea.
It's not
and
all
the
just
coffee.
hanging here, but since we don't have
Oftentimes you'll have these coffee shops and they want to serve baked goods, cookies, and whatnot. You'll have places like Great American Cookie, and this is the igniter.
So I'm going to plug it in. Now mount it on the side of the oven. I'm sure you kind of figured that out.
So what you're
It's
looking
not
at,
all
that's
just
the motor
hanging
that
here, but
turns
since we don't
the
have the
conveyor.
sides on, we don't have anywhere to mount it. So
This
we
one
just
is
have it
gas.
hanging, and when you put it up, well, it all screws to the side. Now this
So
right
that's
here
the
is
burner.
the igniter and the flame sensor and the pilot. So I'm going to plug it in.
And
Now,
that's
I just have a regular plug on it. Like I said, your electrician's going to hardwire.
For the entire oven. What we're talking about are these. These are in not every Great American Cookie, but these are in quite a few Great American Cookies, bakeries, and this brand is called Reed Oven. I've shown you guys before, but I'm doubling back because I got new people. And this is just dumping on you Sunday type of deal. Just free for all day. Let me see if I got the breakdown. 1 second. They are all custom. It is not very... There's not much to these ovens, but they are just so massive. Oh, those are parts. They're just so massive that the customer is going to be petrified of working on them. They will have a very large motor, and I guess I got too many things up and my stuff is really slow. Oh, no problem, brother. No problem. So these suckers are custom. This thing don't want to show me. So everything is about the size, the requirements. I have seen in Great American Cookie that they've actually had some very small, almost the same size as a French door oven. I mean, sorry, French door refrigerator at your home. But it'll actually be a Reed oven. And so people now I'm not Baxter, not Baxter. Hold on. We are only talking about Reed. We are only talking about Reed. Let me see if I can find another one. The bakeries, people that make cookies and things like that, they love this type of oven because it prevents uneven baking. And the video I got, it's a guy showing you how they put them together. So here's one. And I don't see this type that often. Like I said, they call this the Sidewinder. I've never seen this one before. But you will run into quite a few. And it's, so you got your standard motor where you're going to need belts. Hell, even the belt on that one looks like it. And that belt needs to be replaced. Belts, you have motors that go out. There's a solenoid for the gas valve. Sometimes those get stuck. See, they already have oil. They've already got spray oil right there. Why do they have the spray oil? And that's what you see on the wall because of all this flour. Make sure you guys are able to see that because of all that flour. So Reed ovens are everywhere. They are all over. Let me see if I'll go back to another one. And like I said, these are all because they're custom. They really have to, when they're buying them from the factory, everything is a custom quote because they want to know size, height, all that kind of stuff. Then they have to be put together. They must be assembled on site. Oh, let's see here. I am not trying to see if I can find one that actually says Reed. There's Doing. Yeah, let me see here. CTX. No, there's rapid, no read. Let's see if I can find another one. Here's another one. Oh, I've never seen one with paneling before. As you can see here, 24 grand. And that's before shipping. They're all set up this way, especially the large ones where you have full access to all the motors, the valves. On the other side, on the opposite side is where the chain is. I know how weird that is, but the chain is over on the other side. The lubrication is over on the other side. When it's gas, as this one is, as the guy was showing. Now let me go back. Like the other guy was showing you, that is where the ignition is.
All right, but this
so
is
the
just
unit
testing.
is not lighting.
You plug it in.
That's where you're igniting.
Power comes on the burner control. You can see it's thinking. It's doing a little bit of
He's
flashing.
running through this without
Pretty
all
soon,
the.
it's going
all
to
the
light
panels
up the light that tells you. This is very exciting. There we go. Pilot's lighting, and the pilot is lit. Now all the lights are on that are supposed to be on, so we're cool there. No problems. This is the wiring for the motor itself. It's a reversible motor, so we have 4 wires on here. I got a little note down here. It says switch red wires to change direction. So we tend to do that so that if somebody does put these ovens up and the switch works in the wrong direction because they wired it incorrectly, well, they know they just have to switch these red wires. Now this is the motor. This is what drives it. It's a reversible motor, like I said, so the shelves will go up and down. This right here is the speed reducer. The motor turns that, turns the chain, and turns the gear. This ladder chain right here, that turns the indicator so you can see what shelf that you're on.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to turn it on now. We have the light. Let's check the light first. There we go. We turn the light on. The light's working. Now this light normally.
Now I want to add to this, especially right here where we're looking at the section here, where the shelves pivot, that bearing, those bearings wear out. So you will need to change those bearings when they start to go when they start to get worn out. The shelves will no longer swing, so those suckers will swing like a 6-year-old on a swing on a playground. So they pivot and they will dry up because they're in heat. They're constantly in 400-degree temperature, and those bearings will dry up, and then it'll start to wear metal on metal, and they will have the shelves will get stuck in different positions and whatnot, and you'll have to go, primarily, in the morning, things like that. It doesn't take them that long to cool down if you do it in the evening. And then you can go in there and then change those change the bearings and things like that on those shelves. I appreciate that, LED Handy, man. I appreciate that.
It's going to be mounted in the side of the oven like this. And we're going to turn the heat on. And now when we do, this is going to go through a self-test.
And these
Here we come
controls
on.
are pretty robust.
I have it set for 100 degrees. I mean, I know that's pretty low, but since we don't have sides on here, well, it would take a little bit to get it up to 400 degrees. So, but if it works at 100, it will work at 400. You can see where temperature's going up. I have my temperature probe right here on the shelf, hanging right over the flame. So that's why it's going up so fast. But we're at 100, and it clicks off.
So as you can see, it functions
just a short time. I'm going to pull the probe away.
As you can see, it functions like any other oven, just like any other oven.
So that later, when I run the shelf to show you how that works, I don't have that stuck in the shelf. Now this probe normally mounts through the wall, and it will hang just about right here. Set that off to the side.
So what that means, if you have an irregular temperature, he just explained to you that's where your your temperature probe is situated. It's just there's just no walls here for the oven, because this essentially is it. This is the oven.
And our temperature should drop fairly soon. We're down to 97. As soon as we get back down, probably in the 95 range, it's going to come back on again. While we're waiting for that, oh, there we go. We're back on. It came back on. We're right at 95. Now we pulled our probe away, so it's not going to shut off again. But I want to show you a few things in here. This is the reversing switch. We don't have a cover on there, but that's what makes the motor reverse. This is the control panel for the motor. No cover on that right now. There will be. Timer is in here. And this is the back of the thermostat. Turn the timer on. You heard the little chirp. That was what the timer will sound like when it goes off. And you run it down, you hear it. That will get your attention. And basically, the only thing left to go over is the rack, so we can run that. Now, this is, I said, a bidirectional up, down, forward, backwards rack.
There's so many other things going on. They barely even notice that.
The rack, you don't stop it in time. Great thing. You don't have to go all the way around. You can turn it and go in the other direction.
Yes.
There, let me click it down.
And often you'll need to do that, believe it or not.
So it's heading off in that direction. It's going down. Now, on each one of the legs of the spiders, we're going to have a rack. There's going to be one there. There's going to be one there, one there, and one there. But we just put one on to test it. You're also going to have a set of rings that go back behind here that keep the rack in place. Now,
and see, this thing is running smooth. It is quiet. Everyone I've ever gone to, them damn things are loud and noisy, mainly because all the bearings and stuff need to be replaced.
Now, if you have any questions on this oven, all about the gas or the voltage or BTUs, whatever it.
All right, so that's that. That is that. Anything you guys want to talk about before we get on out of here? Yeah, so this competes with Hobart and a lot of other ones. As you see, you can get parts from a lot of people. Do you think that they will start mandating commercial electric ovens in the future and on more commercial gas ovens? So, LED handyman, electric is preferred. Electric is the preferred oven for baking. The reason why electric is preferred is because electric it doesn't cycle off and on like gas. So you have a steady, consistent heat temperature. See? So here it is right there. Bakers generally prefer electric ovens over gas. Google is our friend. Electric is for bread and gas is for meats. So the reason for this is gas is adding moisture. And in baking, they want to control the moisture levels. So they would rather another system to add steam, to add liquid to the cooking process to control the humidity level. And when you're using gas, for those of you who are familiar with gas, if you turn on a gas oven in the wintertime in your home, you'll notice that the whole window of the oven door is completely covered in steam. And that's because water is a byproduct of fire. Anybody ever saw the movie The Martian? You'd know. I mean, but just besides basic grammar school chemistry class, but in physics. So bakers prefer electric. So that's a nothing. That's a nothing burger on. They usually prefer control and accuracy compared to gas. Gas cycles off and on. Electric can moderate temperature a lot better, and they don't have the swings with electric. So gas can sometimes be preferred for certain recipes, right? But it is where they want a moist environment. But bakers want electric. Electric ovens are best for baking. Which is right for you? Electric. And that's from September 2024. So I hope that answered. Is electric meat cooking coming? We've always had electric meat cooking. We've always had that. All right, let me show you. Royal. Hell, and this is sold through Home Depot. So here's an electric range. We've always had electric commercial ranges. Always. And it's more of a common thing for me, a guy who grew up in Chicago, a guy who grew up servicing. See, Imperial has one. A guy who grew up servicing downtown Chicago, Lakeshore, Lakefront, near North, where none of those high rises have gas. They all were electric ovens. So that is, once again, that was like my thing with laundry, how I got into how I really got to know Fagor is when I was still, before I was even 21, I was taking care of Fagor condensate all-in-one washer dryer units downtown Chicago, because for one, they didn't have gas, and then two, they didn't have the ventilation for the dryers. So there was no gas. They're not set up for dryers, and the buildings are not set up for any type of gas appliances whatsoever. Those of you that are in the South, you also know that they're part of Parstown. You'll also know that in the South, there are places that just recently went gas. There are a lot of places that still don't have gas. So this is Imperial, which is a top brand. This is all electric. It is not unusual. It's 208 3-phase. And so you can get it to match whatever your customers got. Single phase, 3-phase. It's not 220 though. It's 208. So that's Imperial. Hell, I just go here, commercial ranges. And this is ranges, not ovens. So here you even got the side piece. And this is Vulcan. So just about everybody makes it. Just about everybody makes them. And they call them different names. French hot plate, blah, blah, blah. They got so many different names that they'll call them. So Imperial, Royal, of course, Vulcan makes all electric. So this is not new. This is not new. Different places have had these requirements. Oh, there's Garland. So almost every one of the big brands, the big lines, the big like Ally Group, Middleby, they all have a line that there's Lane, will have all electric. And you guys really don't hear about the electric stuff because they're really looking for the professionals. Not the be down on you, but they're not looking for you. So here's 15 grand for a Garland electric griddle range. This is all electric. So you might see some stuff and not even realize that those cooking items are electric. They are electric, LED handyman. They are electric. And then we have Royal. Royal Range of California. That ain't the one I want. Yeah. All right. Royal Range of California. So here we go. Like I said, it's nothing new. 36-inch electric range. And as you can see, it all looks very dated. It looks very old. And that's because it is. Hell, they haven't even changed it. They don't even use these knobs anymore. They haven't used these knobs in almost 30 years. This is a 30-year-old picture, at least. At least this is a 30-year-old picture, because nothing has changed but the knob. Nothing has changed on this but the knob. Let me show you what the current knobs on a Royal looks like. That's wild. That's wild. This is what the Royal
Royal was founded on a dream to design and build the best cooking equipment possible. Upgrade your kitchen today with Royal products so you can put more time into what makes up your dream menu. Royal, engineered for excellence.
Yeah, they have. I don't know if you got a chance to catch that. New knobs now. Not those knobs from the 80s, man. Not those knobs from the 80s and the 90s. Jesus. So let me show you the stock Boston locks. But they have a whole section just for, I can look this stuff up and look for just electric. And they have electric, gas and electric deep fryers. So that is not a thing. No one cares. Gas or electric, no one cares. What's old is new. All these are electric. What's old is new, LED handyman. What's old is new. Let's see if that is. The hell? They really got to do something with this. This is, well, I know these are probably going to be all electric because these are their high end. Even though it doesn't look like it, these are high end because it has the touchpad controls. Like I said, these guys haven't changed anything in decades. In decades. Trying to see if I can find out where they say, this is a whole nother story. But I guess everybody got the information they were looking for. It's already 4:20. I guess everybody got what they're looking for. What about you, LED handyman? You catch everything you were looking for today? I gave you guys information on. Oh yeah, let me get rid of some of that. Yeah, even my laptop is acting up today. So I will see you guys on Monday, 7 p.m. Central Time. And then I'm going to do a video with Learn to Trade. I'll be with Learn to Trade on December 4th. December 4th, we're going to do a video together talking about the what's going on in the industry and whatnot. So with that, you guys have anything else? I tried to hit a number of different things: ovens, washers, dishwashers, hot water dispensers. Yeah, your hot water, coffee. Oh, what the hell is this? Marco got a whole bunch of stuff. Oh yeah, this is some of their new breweries. So yeah, I'll probably get into this with because I showed Learn to Trade that they're entering into the market with this puppy right here. And is anyone on here dealing with any coffee shops whatsoever? Because if there's nobody dealing with coffee shops, then I'm not going to introduce this other thing. I was going to introduce one more thing. I'm going through here, closing out all these freaking tabs. So you guys got information today on how to start up your own laundromat without having to buy a laundromat or having to even get an existing facility. I taught you how you can get a laundromat in a multi unit building. As long as it's a little over a 2 flat, as long as it's over a little over a 2 flat, you stand a chance of making some money. But nobody here works with coffee shops. No coffee shops, no tea shops, no nothing like that. That's too bad. That's a shame. But LED handyman, we went over the laundry. We went over all this kind of stuff for retirement, the apartment buildings, condos, coffee, where to get the stuff. I'll go into a little bit more on the training on the Monday and Thursday shows. A little more on the training on Mondays and Thursdays. But with that, we are going to, let me cue this outro music. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Here, let's go back.
What you got here? Oh, hold on one second. All right. I need to talk about this. Bun has... Oh, nice. All right, cool. Oh, so you're familiar with Reed ovens. You've seen them around. Everybody has Bun. They cannot get to... Bun has their own text, but Bun is... I talk to Bun technicians all the time. Those guys are retiring left and right. Then you got to remember, so Bun has to take care of every single Starbucks. They don't have enough technicians. Bun is in your Dunkin' Donuts. They're in your hotels, your La Quintas, your Marriott's. Bun is everywhere. So you're not going to work for Bun directly. And this is something that I saw a guy who I was telling about the training information, and I saw that he was trying to like advertise on Google that he works on commercial appliances, and that doesn't work. With Bun, once you get your information on Bun, you have to remember too, Bun is in every single gas station. Every single gas station across the United States of America. Bun is in every... Just take a look at... let me see here. Let me see if I can find a good picture. I have plenty of pictures of... All right, let me see here. So that doesn't mean anything. You guys have this ass backwards. You're not really going to work for these people like you did with residential. It doesn't work that way. It does not work that way. And every office building uses Bun. Every Bun is top of breed. See right here, what did they say here? Nearly 70% of convenience stores right? Premium coffee will leave it like, because bun is in every excuse me. Bun is in every convenience store, every gas station. Bun is everywhere. They're doing, not only are they doing hot, they're also doing cold. So you'll see bun everywhere. Everywhere. There isn't enough technicians to take care of all the bun items. It's just not possible. It's just not possible. Like I said, you got your fully automatic bun units. Let me see if I can get some bun pictures going on. So that is not going to be something that you're going to, like I said, bun has their own people. You're not gonna work on bun like that. But like I said, in your hotels, gas stations, grocery stores, because bun has grinders. So in your grocery stores, you're gonna have bun. They are just everywhere. Iced tea. So in your coffee shops, they're using bun. It's best of breed. That's like a mechanic saying, "Oh, well, Ford has their own dealership, so I'm not able to get in. I'm not able to get in and be a dealer for Ford or be a mechanic for Ford." It's like, so what? There's so many Ford vehicles out there. You can work morning, noon, and night, and still are servicing. You're still not even servicing a fraction of the coffee shops that are out there. Matter of fact, have you ever bought a brand new car? And I'm talking to you, my apps. Have you ever purchased a brand new car? Brand new car, brand new truck. Go ahead, I'll wait on you. Station in so if you ever let me see if he's responded. If you ever bought a car, you'll know that when you go to the car dealer, they got coffee. The first thing they're gonna ask you is, would you like some coffee? So here we go right here. Van Hoot Coffee Services is offering coffee for car dealerships. Do you own a car dealership? Ooh, we'll supply you with coffee. Oh, do you have a break room? We'll supply you with coffee. We will supply you with coffee. And here's the bun crescendo. I have installed these myself. Very simple, very easy, and they require constant maintenance, not because they break down, but because of the nature of what they're using. So there's another one. So they are leasing. See, if you have an office with 50 more employees, they will provide you with a bun unit. If you have a convenience store, they will provide you with a bun unit. If you have a car dealership, they will provide you with a bun dealership. Yeah. So what do you say? Yes. So a lot of dealerships are providing that is a new one. No. Okay, so Van Hoot is, and his brother Charles is calling me. Hold on, brother Charles, I'm live right now. Okay, well, I'm about to get off in a minute. All right. So, no, it's just there are tens of thousands of people who are selling coffee. It just so there's no way you're going to know. See, so Staples offers coffee. Everybody offers coffee, man. Everybody offers coffee, but they don't have enough technicians. So like they said, hey, they deliver, they install, blah blah blah. You guys are missing out on a lot of business. See, they have 50,000 brewers nationwide out there. 50,000 coffee machines out there. They're primarily doing the K-Cups, but Bun actually has K-Cups too. And this is Staples. That's Staples. There are a lot of people out there that are providing Bun, and well, theirs is primarily, but Bun does have. See, so Bun has K-Cup machines. So don't think it's, oh, you got to get a Keurig. No, Bun has K-Cup. So here is a $1,800 K-Cup machine by Bun. Why is it so much? Is because it is made for commercial use.
Hello, today we will walk you through how to clean the spray head on your MyCafe. Mineral deposits and loose coffee or tea granules may clog the spray head on your MyCafe, causing the plug the brewer and allow it to cool for at least 1 hour.
Like they said, this all applies to the bigger
after
one
you've
as
removed
well.
the deposits from the spray. During cleaning, your spray head and seal may have become separated. After properly assembling the spray,
Everything needs service. Let me go back. Every single thing needs
congratulations,
service.
you've just cleaned the spray head on your MyCafe. For additional
Every single one of these units requires service. And as you see here, everybody's Burke equipment, everybody's leasing these things. And that's something Brother Charles, that's his background. He could talk about this for 18 hours straight. But commercial, let me make myself bigger. The commercial is such a bigger market than what you guys from the residential are used to. You really have to realign your thinking. It is not just restaurants. It's not just, whatever the hell you guys are thinking about. It's not just that. It is universities, hotels, grocery stores, hospitals, car dealerships. Who else has coffee in there? The veterinarian office will have coffee. Emergency EMS stations, the firefighters house. Matter of fact, there's a lot of equipment that you can service at the firefighter station. The police station. Some of the police stations in Houston, man, I'm gonna tell you, oh God, they have so much equipment. So they'll have huge ice machines. They have huge ice machines. They'll have coffee station, all that kind of stuff. There's money to be made everywhere you look. But yeah, I am going to wind on down. But yeah, because this guy, he knows he worked for 7 different bakeries, and yes, there are tons of walk-in ovens. One of the ovens with the racks, with the trays, and then the one I was showing you, the reed oven with the that rotates. So lots to work on, lots of money out there. But once again, if you guys would please hit the like button, hit the share button, That's how YouTube will put my information out there. Like, share, and subscribe. Send the video to somebody that you think might like it, might want some of this information. You'd really be doing me a favor. Help a brother out. Help a brother out. So that would be nice. Let me see. I don't need any fair use statements. We don't have any of that. Check out, I'm going to show you this video. This is part of the outro. If you want to learn how to work on this equipment, if you want to learn the basics, how to use a meter, all that kind of stuff, you go to his site and he's got step-by-step instructions on how you get into this business. And once you learn how to use a meter, once you learn how to use bricks, testing devices and things like that, you come on over here and I'm going to tell you where the training classes are, how often they have them, what the cost of the training classes are, if there is a cost, ones that are regional, ones that are local, and ones that you actually have to go to their factory to attend the classes. So with that, I'm out.